Welcome to SOS Media, your number one source of the latest news, opinions, and in-depth investigations that dig deeper into today's developing stories around the globe. It now seems like Tasha K is getting exhausted from the drama that has followed her amid the tension between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, and she is now insisting that it would be best for everyone to settle the beef and call it enough. Let us recall that in the early morning hours of Saturday, September 8th, after having an eventful Friday night at a Harper's Bazaar party during New York Fashion Week, Cardi took her grievances with Nicki Minaj to Instagram and aired out her beef with the self-proclaimed queen of rap. Cardi had been involved in an altercation with Nicki Minaj's friend Ra Ali. Last Wednesday, October 25th, Tasha K went live on Instagram to address her legal dispute with the rapper Cardi B. "I want all of this behind me," Tasha said with tears in her eyes. "I have said this to Nicki and she didn't like it. She'll go through bouts where she'll talk to me and she won't talk to me. I don't care because I'm not starstruck like that, and to tell you the truth, you and Cardi are the same," Tasha asserted. "They both have good traits that make people excited. They get their fans excited, but the one who's experienced is not sharing her wisdom with someone who's young and upcoming. I know that's hard for her because of how the industry tore her down. But Nicki truly has the tools and the resources to help pull this young lady up, and even if she helped to pull her up, it's not going to pull Nicki down," Tasha went on to say. Later, but in the same Instagram live stream, Tasha K, who lost a $4 million defamation case against Cardi B last year, seemed genuinely repentant for her past actions and yearned for the hostility between them to subside sooner than later. "I hit Cardi B today," Tasha said, "and this is what I said to her. That caricature of the brand she has is not the one that parents those kids. You could tell a lot about a person by how they parent their kids. I started this platform to keep people out of depression, but I misuse it a lot," Tasha confessed. Subsequently, Tasha K also indicated to being part of the apparatus that tore Cardi B down while hinting at the artist's recent tweets about suicidal ideation. In response, Cardi seemed to relax her initially bold stance as well. Later the same day, Cardi B got to Twitter Spaces commenting on how it doesn't make her happy to see somebody else going through a very hard time, a message that definitely appeared to be a direct response to Tasha K's earlier comments. "It does not make me happy seeing people with tears on their face," Cardi stated. "And I'm not telling this because I want you all to think that I am so nice or this and that. It just genuinely doesn't make me happy," she said. "I'm gonna talk to my mom tomorrow because, let me tell you something, I could tell when somebody is depressed. I can tell when somebody is going through some hard time, and I can tell when somebody just feels like they don't have nobody to talk to," Cardi went on to say. These developments could come in handy for Tasha K because we know that she was ordered to cough up the whole $4 million in a judgment that Cardi B won against her. Court documents revealed that Judge Scott Grossman of the Southern District of Florida, Fort Lauderdale Division, ruled that Tasha K can stay in her previously filed Chapter 11 bankruptcy if she so chooses, but that her debt to Cardi B can't be discharged under the terms of the judgment. Meaning that Tasha K will have to pay Cardi B what she owes. Defendant does not appear to dispute that the awards in the amended defamation judgment made against her individually or jointly and severally are non-dischargeable, Cardi's lawyers argued successfully in their motion. Previously, Cardi B had been offered a mere fraction of the total owed, with Tasha K asking to pay her only $220,000 out of the $3.9 million she owes. The reason for this was Tasha K's Chapter 11 bankruptcy filing. Tasha K offered Cardi that money as part of her proposed repayment plan, which is what's required to be filed within 30 days of the Chapter 11 filing, but Cardi for her part objected to this proposal, claiming that it was Tasha's own words that caused her to get the debt in the first place. Therefore, she argued that her judgment against Tasha K must remain intact. Defendant was given multiple opportunities to retract the false and defamatory statements and videos, but defendant steadfastly refused to do so. Read Cardi's objections to the proposed payment plan, which was filed through her attorney. Cardi B was one of the 30 debtors notified about Tasha K's filing. Other parties that were notified included the IRS, the Broward County Tax Collector, the Florida Department of Revenue, and Bank of America. Meanwhile, Cardi B addressed some concerns that some of her diehard fans had after she tweeted what appeared to be a thought of suicidal ideation. "When I burst, I'm very outspoken," she said to her fans, "and when I get into one of my bad moments, I will literally curse everybody out and I'll be like I want to die. I don't give a damn because that's just how I'll be feeling in the moment, Cardi submitted. She further went on to tell her concerned fans that she was just only overwhelmed and sad because after having a good week, she reached home and started paying attention to so much people were talking about her eventually getting upset. Now, we should understand that the discourse of beef is composed of an assemblage of texts, circulating amongst hip-hop artists, media members and listeners all participating in the beef. Everybody who participates in beef is engaged in the discourse to some degree, affecting others through their statements and actions and being reciprocally affected. Since the audience of hip-hop music in the United States and worldwide is larger than ever, the discourse of beef has intensified and increased what is at stake in the interpretation of a text. While efforts to end beefing among hip-hop artists have always been in the name of peaceful solutions, they inevitably seem to draw more attention to beef and reify its power. Squashing beef usually entails some sort of determined discussion between the parties, a public announcement and ecstatic press coverage of the event. The phenomenon of publicly squashing beef in the media demonstrates how beef is a discourse and publicly owned entity, more than just a personal conflict. Squashing a beef doesn't entail making friends or reconciling personal differences, but simply making a statement that open hostilities have ceased. Reporting the squashing of a beef is the ultimate recognition of the significance of the beef to the media and the public. It's worth noting that while beefs can generate a lot of attention and publicity, they can also be divisive and harmful. Some artists may use beef as a strategy to gain notoriety, while others genuinely have personal issues that lead to conflicts. In many cases, these feuds eventually settle down or are resolved, allowing the artists involved to move forward. But remember that resolving conflicts is a two-way street. Both parties need to be willing to engage in the process of reconciliation. It's also important to acknowledge that not all beefs can be resolved, and that in some cases, it may be best for the parties involved to simply move on and focus on their own careers. Meanwhile, for all of us who have been waiting to have and analyze the contents of the federal government's reply to R. Kelly's Illinois appeal brief, we'll now have to wait again because the government was granted yet another 1-month extension. This development means that she'll have to wait till the 30th of November 2023. This is according to the United States Court of Appeal Northern District of Illinois Eastern Division, the Court of Appeal for the 7th Circuit. As we continue to witness more new developments occurring during R. Kelly's appeal proceedings, we can just stay optimistic that this time round, the relevant truth of the case will be put into consideration. We believe R. Kelly and his legal team will be able to outline all the injustices, misinterpretations of the law, cases of lying and witness tampering that have marred all R. Kelly's legal proceedings, and that the law, truth and justice will this time along prevail. It has been a long wait and we can't wait any longer to see R. Kelly regain his deserved freedom. Thank you for watching today's video brought to you by SOS Media. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of our videos. Also remember to leave your comment about today's topic in the comment section below.